Is this working? Is it? Looks like it is. Oh, I'll tell you what. My doctor prescribed me some Valium. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, I've had it for a couple of weeks, but I thought, no, I don't want to start on that. But with recent stresses, etc., I thought there's no point in having a box of it without having some. I used to have it years and years ago, and it's I don't want to do antidepressants, because the danger with antidepressants is that you begin to think that you don't care, and you can get into that no, and then things start piling up on you because you think you don't care about them, but actually you do care about them, and you're just in more of a Libra way. You start shoving stuff under the carpet, and all of a sudden you can't open the door because there's that much crap under the carpet, and then you've got a big backlog to tidy up, which is what I've been sorting out. Would you like a Valium? I didn't do the vodka chaser though. That I used to do. But I'll tell you what, Valium, well, God gave us Valium for a reason, and it works. It works very, very well on me, and unfortunately, there's a big stigma attached to diazepam. Because it's been abused in it's been abused in the past, and it's difficult to get your hands on. But I know. I mean, what's the point in having it if you don't give it out to anybody? So finally, I got a prescription for it, and I haven't rushed into taking it because I wanted to do the highs and the lows myself. And instead of just going, I mean, I've widened up my experiences, and yeah, I've been a bit. No, I'm not an angry person, but I needed to get angry, actually, because I mean, I stopped taking antidepressants about a year or 18 months ago, because I had some big decisions. Probably about 2 years ago. I had some big decisions that I had to make, and I thought I don't want to make those on a fuggy head. I say that again because that won't bleep. I didn't want to make big decisions on a fuggy head, and I was on a lot of medications, and I came off a lot of them because I wanted to see which ones I actually needed, because I just seemed to be having medications thrown at me, you know. And I went, right, strip it all off. Yeah, obviously your health's going to dip a bit, but then have a clean period and then add them one by one to prove what actually you need, because you know the pharmaceutical industry wants you to take medications. I mean, let's be honest, they don't make money if you don't. So it was about 2 years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago. I stopped everything. I stopped my HIV medication. I stopped everything. And for the longest time, I didn't even take my HIV medication. And my viral load still remained undetectable. So my body, the medication has obviously trained my body to keep on top of HIV. It's just that the stresses of what's been going on and having to move into hotels and stuff like that caused a bit of a breakdown in my body's competence to stay on top of the HIV, and my levels spiked to alarming levels, apparently. And I think it's disgusting. it's an absolute disgrace that a housing association, my landlord, Sanctuary Housing Association, can mess with my accommodation, making me live in an apartment where I've got death threats, or I had death threats for 2.5 years. There were 3 different directions, and they have to be. Well, I can say it now because I don't have a mental health problem anymore. I never did have. I had a breakdown because of the stress, but I've had death threats in all different directions, and they have to be working together. It's not a sort of conspiracy thing, but yeah, my door gets kicked in. Not one of these neighbours in this building comes to me to say, "Are you okay?" That's an isolation tactic. I've got so that's the door being kicked in. He's screaming death threats at me. Not one of them says to me, "Are you okay about that?" The upstairs neighbour in flat F saw flat G of the death threats, saying, "Oh, the monsters in my head told me to kick your door." He supported him, not me. And I've known for about 3 years that those two were up to something. But because I recorded that, I can finally prove it. So why am I being forced to live in a place where people are actively working against me? My post goes missing, and then the drug dealer downstairs shouting death threats at me. The woman over the thing, "I want you to die, hurry up and die." And this other one goes, "Oh, you're bullying me." It is the most toxic environment. I'm trying to get on. I'm desperately trying to get out of here. But the housing association is blocking me. And I'm desperately trying to get away from the housing association. This is twice now. I've actually got the bus and I've got up to their head office in Worcester. Not doing anything. They owe me about £1,000. Now I could pay my credit card. I'm not overspending at all. I had my benefits cut. I mean, I'm in the middle of an appeal about that. So my spending has really shrunk. I go to the food bank tomorrow. How exciting. I can't register as homeless because otherwise I lose the 17 years on the urgent transfer list with the housing association, which I'm thinking, well, why can't I transfer that to a different housing association? Why can't there be some sort of system in the background? If the relationship is broken down with you and your landlord, why can't you transfer it? There must be some sort of backup system between housing associations for when the housing association is actually abusing you. So they're messing up my accommodation, they're messing up my money, and they're messing up my health now because of this spike in the HIV. Can I get any legal help with it? No. Nobody will touch it. So there must be a power of the Sanctuary Housing Association that nobody wants to take them to court. Anyway, that's where I'm up to, but I just had the most beautiful sleep. And I've woken up just feeling a bit more sort of zen. Instead of, Sagittarius. So I'm a little less on the ceiling today. And I just want to say thank you to you know who for giving us Valiant. It's not something I want to take on a regular basis, but as I said, I've had that in my pocket, as it were, for a few weeks. And I thought, it's the placebo effect of actually just knowing that I could have taken one if I wanted to take one. It halved that stress pretty much straight away. What was irritating was I actually went to mental health services and I said, look, this is the situation. You know the situation, and you know he's been in and out of psych wards, and I'm dealing with. I'm the focus of his whatever. He's got a very unhealthy attraction with me. You can see that in the posts there. It says with his lovely birthday card. Oh, and then you screaming, "I love you, I love you, I love you" out the door. But then he tries to kick the door in a second time. Well, that's a funny kind of love, if you ask me. And so I actually said, look, I need some help. I don't want to go back on Oh, they tried to get me on risperidone, which is for bipolar and schizophrenia. And I said, that's not, don't waste that on me. I don't qualify for that medication. I don't have those conditions. But they wanted to get me on it. Oh, we'd like you to go to hospital. No, you poisoned me last time. I ended up in A&E. No. It's been the weirdest year so far. But I've stood up. This time around, I've known how to stand up to them and go, no, get out. And you had my door being kicked in, and the bloke says, stop filming. I went, no, you're in my home. I'll do what I want in my home. If you don't want your face on YouTube, get out my home. Why are you here? At 10 to 9 on a Monday morning. You shouldn't be here. Anyway, I just would like to say, if you feel like you need some diazepam, go make a case to your doctor for it, because it is the most wonderful medication for the purpose for which it was created. It's just taking the rough edges off. I slept like a... I took some last night and I thought, oh, I'll see how it goes. I woke up, I'd made myself a cup of tea. That was still there when I woke up. And I woke up, I was like, oh, you know those mornings when the sun's shining through the window and you just wake up, you go, oh, wow, that was a good bank of, a real good bank of sleep. I needed that. I really needed that, because my side of my apartment door, I built a barricade just in case anybody tries to kick their way in. So I'm barricading myself into my apartment. And I've been sleeping with one eye open because he's threatened to burn the building down several times. And there's a hole like that in the door where somebody's threatened to burn the building down and stabbed me several times, and then cut me in pieces and set me on fire. There's a hole in the door where an oily rag could go put through, set on fire. I might not wake up, especially with a chronic fatigue sleep of like 30 hours. So no one's taking me seriously. And I want to know why Sanctuary Housing Association, having put me in hotels for 5 weeks, all of a sudden decided that threat had gone when he's still there. The hole's in the door now. I'm actually in a worse position than I was when they put me in the hotels. But they won't do it. Despite me travelling all the way up there and spending 2 hours with the Director of Housing, the Director of Complaints, and then 2 hours with the Director of London Housing. It's in total breach of the tenancy agreement, which is supposed to give me safe, secure accommodation that I can enjoy in peace. Well, I haven't had that for almost 3 years now. So I'm going to get in touch with Westminster Council and tell them to get their money back from the Sanctuary Housing Association, because they're paying for something that I'm not getting. So Westminster Council is due a refund from Sanctuary Housing Association, being in breach of the tenancy agreement. And that's how I'm going to do it. I'm not, because nobody listens to my voice in this scenario, so I'm going to put the bigger person onto the other bigger person. And we'll see what happens there. I'll just introduce them to each other. You two fight it out, because I'm not getting what you're paying for. And finally, I got my Member of Parliament. I got a response email from them. Whoa! So, and if they don't help, because I had the local councillor, Jackie Wilkinson, she seemed to be very good for 2 years ago, and then she just stopped emailing me. So we'll go above her. And if my local MP doesn't do anything, I'll get the Prime Minister. I don't care. I'm not putting up with this shit any longer. I really want to move on with everything. I want to get out of here. I want to study more. I want to work more. But I can't do it so much when I'm constantly looking over my shoulder to make sure Stable Mabel hasn't got a lighter and a can of petrol. You know, it's not paranoia, because I can prove all of this. It's not. There's nothing to that. I'm the most stable person in this house. You know. Anyway, let's get on with this. But I talk about these things because if I can help somebody else who's thinking, where is all this coming from? Why is it being thrown at me? Then, you know, I get a lot of criticism. Oh, you're sharing too much. You're doing this. You're doing the other. Well, I'm only sharing it I mean, I could carry on fighting and not tell anybody about it. I mean, I've kept a poker face for years about it because I thought, cracky, I don't know what's going on. But the reason I'm sharing it is because if I can help other people, I will do, because I would want to provide them with shortcuts to the right way of doing it, and actually finally getting to speak to the right person in the right department who actually can do something about it, rather than you sitting in your home crying your eyes out thinking, why the hell is this going? Why is the world caving in on me? I don't deserve it. And if I can help people avoid that process of having 10 doors slammed, everyone goes, oh, ask for help, ask for help. You ask for help, and they slam a door in your face, and then you get another. I'm asking for help here, but I don't need somebody who's supposed to be providing help to slam a door in my face. That's tantamount to abuse again. And that's confusing. So this is not to promote me and my problems and go, oh, please give me some sympathy. It's absolutely the opposite. I'm doing this so that if anybody else can think, God, shit, somebody else. If people think, well, oh, I'm not the only person, there must be some help out there because it must be a recognised path that somebody's on, or at least I know I'm not by myself. That's why I'm doing it. It's not really for me. It's about my situation. As soon as I've got the clear path out of it, I am off, and I'll be taking nobody from my past with me. Especially not the toxic Irish woman on the ground floor who I gave a piggyback to her GP because she'd hurt her foot. She was too mean to pay for a taxi. I carried her to a doctor. She doesn't care that I've had my door kicked in. I've had death threats for 2.5 years. It's the balance is all off. So there we go. I was going to say no more Mr. Nice Guy. No, I will always be Mr. Nice Guy. You just because I let it affect me, and then I became somebody who I was uncomfortable being, who I am not naturally. So I actually have to rediscover myself, go back to the unaffected me, and just change the people around me, because I love being the person I am naturally. But I'd become artificial in my own life. So that was part of me coming off all the medications and this, that. They go, well, who am I? What makes me tick? What makes me happy? What pisses me off? And that was a real dark night of the soul thing. Being constantly hijacked by people who were trying to sabotage it. No violin, no nothing. It's a process. It's a difficult process. But I've done it. And I've done it, may I say, with a lot of help from strangers. And I love you and I thank you, because I could not have done it without a lot of people online. When I get the chance, I will be showing you the appreciation that I've said that I will give. Right now, I've got 2 pennies together, but it's not going to break me. So this is why I do a lot of readings. I'm trying to give back with something that I can do at the moment, and when I can do more, I will be doing more. You've got my word on that. It's taking longer than I anticipated, but that's because people are bunging up the process. Just thought I'd do a little update. So let's get on with this Jupiter spread. I'll read you what it says in the book. Jupiter used to be called the Great Benefic, so highly was its reputation for good fortune and growth. This is the planet that gives gifts in abundance, and a good Jupiter transit can be a very pleasant thing indeed. In tarot, this is a good spread to use for relationships, checking on your luck in a situation, and for questions relating to travel. Lay the cards out as per the diagram. So, blah, blah, blah. So what I've done, because I'm feeling a bit animalsy today. So I've got this astrology deck here, but I've also put in the the Wild Unknown deck, because they're both anyone who's got the deck, then it's that slightly green. It's not grainy, but the card. There's a lovely movement to the cards. It's that kind of card stock. It's not. It's not sort of. It's not slippy and glossy like these ones. There's a slight little traction to these, and they're both the same sort of card stock, and they're both the same size. It's shuffling, wonderful. So actually, what does it do? Actually, a bit of black and white and a bit of colour. Actually, it's quite nice. It's pretty. So let's. I feel so much better for that Valium. Thank you, my tablets. So let's just do the doing first then. We're not going to ask. We're going to instruct anything that does not have positive intentions that may be in our midst to hit the exit. I'm going to sit with Stephen downstairs. And we're going to instruct them not to come back. They probably won't listen to it, but you're not welcome. You're unwelcome. Because we only deal in light here. Well, we only want light energy. We don't want dark energy. Obviously, we have to understand dark energy to appreciate the light, because you've got to have the balance. But you don't have to act on that knowledge. You have to play around with that dark knowledge. But to have it is a powerful thing. It helps with your protection. So then we're going to invite Pure White Spirit to come down and give us guidance on this Jupiter spread. Right through my I love it. It's a little bit like, when you see somebody doing electric shock, though, that note goes right through my thing. There's another one. There's another. I think that's the note is G. But so somebody, I've had a couple of people ask me. It's called a singing bowl. Just like that. Then the different sizes and different shapes come out with different notes, and so it's good to go to the shop and play around with what notes resonate with you. That word's so overused, isn't it? Resonate. And I don't do magic, but I do have a wand, which I love. A former friend bought me one of these, but I realised he was a bit of a snake in the grass, so I threw it in the river. And then I've got this one. I know, because you've got a bit of quartz on the end there. A bit of quartz on the end there, and that actually travels through. But then it's encased in black tourmaline, so black tourmaline is the protector. So actually, you could think about the energy from that, if you how you hold it. When you're doing dowsing, the energy comes from where your blood gets pumped around. So the energy comes through the quartz. But so long as it's on good intentions and you don't want it to come back to you, or good intentions, you're protected. The black tourmaline is the protection, and the quartz is the what delivers it. So long as it's good intentions, positive stuff, but you still need. I mean, that's a heavy bit of black tourmaline. You only have no power here. And if anybody's pissing you off, all you have to do is get it out. And go, you sure you want to mess with me? You sure you want to mess with me? I will turn you into a pig. All you do is put on a bit of a show. I'll put a spell on your testicles to make sure you never have children. You can have a lot of fun. Because if no one's talking to you anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? Ooh, I love my value. I'll tell you what, my shoulders feel as though they've gone from there to that there. I feel so much better today. Anywho, so let's get this Jupiter spread out by Jove. It's the ice skating, isn't it? Oh, God, the body aches from all those loops and axles and toe loops and things. And triple Salco. Sounds like a cocktail, doesn't it? A triple Salco. Ice skaters just Curry. And I've got to exit this Scouse accent I keep slipping into. It's just a habit. I'm not from Liverpool. Let's do a bit more London or something like that. Baseline something there. Do you like move me up into a London accent? So the reason I put this Animal Spirit, it's Animal Spirit Day, that's right. In is because I wanted something to break up the astrology cards and the Animal Spirit Day. I wanted something to break them up, and me not be not in control, but me not be doing the cards. So whichever Animal Spirit cards are in between this, basically there's this Jupiter spread like that. Okay, so I'm going to turn them off, turn them out, and so whichever cards are in between this, whichever animal cards are in between the astrology cards will be going with that thing. But it's not there's nothing of my choosing. If you see what I mean, it'll be pre-organized. That makes sense. Because it'll already be set in here, so it'd be nothing to do with my interference. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle till an astrology card comes out. Now we've got 3 animals. Almost. There we go. So because those 3 came out, those will go with that card. What do we got? Oh! I'm sorry. This is amazing. This is the first time I'm doing this spread. This is the first time I'm using this deck in the way that, and we've got the 8 of Wands. Not supposed to be about me. Sorry. So then we'll get them. So that is, where does your luck lie? That position. The next one is, what is stopping it? Oh, there'll be quite a few that fly out of them. Well, we've got 2 there. We've got Aries and the Knight of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles. Looks like anyway. Let's see if we can get some animal. Let's see if we can get some animal ones to fall out, and I'll ignore the astrology ones. Let's try and get some in. Okay, we'll use that for the next one. The Three of Pentacles. We'll just take what comes out instead of trying to engineer it. So that'll go on the Three of Pentacles. No, it won't. It came out trying to get the other one out. It didn't hit, so. There we go. There we go. So the one that hit first, I only really want to take one of these, but I'll take the animal cards that came with it. Okay, that's just the way it happened. I might not do that again, but this is a trial. Okay, so position one, where your luck lies. So we've got the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Fire. Oh yeah, that lies. Excuse me. Keywords: movement, progress, solidarity, accomplishments. The Eight of Fire represents a plan on its way to completion. You are back on track after a period of conflict and delay. Obstacles have been cleared and the way is free. You are focused on attaining your goals and forging ahead with your plans. Things are on the move. News may herald major changes in your life. Events are moving quickly and circumstances will soon change for the better. Things you hoped for will come to pass. Travel may be required to secure a matter in your favor. So what do we get with that? Oh, nice one. So with the Eight of Wands, we've got the Six of Wands, butterfly. That's got that hint of transformation about it, but it's been a success, doesn't it? Six of Wands. Oh, we've got the Knight of Cups. Oh, I love swans. Knight of Cups. That's about falling in love. For me, I think that's falling in love with the process and life. And yeah, after this period of nonsense, it's just falling back in love with life again. With a swan cocktail. It's lethal, isn't it? Although, rather, no. This is the Page of Pentacles. Oops. All right, dear. That's news. Resets. Let's just see what it says in there about the Page of Pentacles. I know it's a different deck, but the book's in the other room and I can't be able to move that. So, this Page of Pentacles here. The dawn that emerges in the element of earth might indicate a message about finances. The card shows the sun rising above an ancient site. Well, not quite. Does it? Oh, put it in that. This image hints that the gold that we use as a symbol of wealth can also be the gold of the rising sun, which reliably rises every day. I don't want to see it in Britain. We must also cultivate that reliability and diligently attend to our work. This steadiness will eventually become part of your character and you will be known as someone who is a safe pair of hands. If this card represents a person, then it is someone who also embodies the qualities above. Loyal, hardworking, and mature. Such a character will be turned to in a crisis. I'm going to keep your crap away from me. I'm dealing with my own. This is the case even if the person in question is very young. Keywords: diligent, reliable, mature, loyal, steady, hardworking. Hardworking. Yeah. Right then. what is stopping it? Aries. And Earth Day. Yeah. Aries. We're in Aries season, and that's obviously the card for Emperor, isn't it? Energetic beginning, freedom, courage, openness, action, risk taking. Aries is a passionate, decisive fire sign ruled by action-oriented, take no prisoners Mars. Fire sun signs are usually forthright, energetic, and creative with an unrivaled lust for life. But the first sign of the zodiac, as the first sign of the zodiac, Aries is a natural leader. A pioneering go-getter who lets nothing get in their way. They like to be first and they play to win. The appearance of this card indicates the ability to accomplish goals fast, fearlessly, and furiously. But yes, you may run out of steam a little towards the end of a more complicated project. However, the momentum this card gives you is usually powerful enough to cover all the important stuff. Maybe let a more detail-oriented person tie up the loose ends. You are also being advised to consider taking a risk and stepping into the unknown. Action is the way to go at this time. If you are trapped in overthinking things, take one small concrete step and you will find that many avenues open up to you. So why is that? Does that mean you're not? So if obviously it will be those qualities in reverse then, isn't it? So you're not being. I mean, as a Sagittarius, we're a bit more go-getter than Aries, aren't we? Because we're mutable, so we can actually navigate a bit better. This is the cardinal sign. So let's just focus on the last paragraph there. You are also being advised to consider taking a risk and stepping into the unknown. Action is the way to go at this time. If you are trapped in overthinking things, take one small concrete step and you will find that many avenues open up to you. Maybe it's that then, because that's the sort of there's a bit of the blurb, and that's sort of the message, really. But we do have this other card, Earth Day. I think that's the Knight of Pentacles. So let's have a look at that. No, it's the Queen of Pentacles. This is what's blocking, and that's the only position that we've got two cards on there. So looks like you've got two blocks on it. So this is the pyramid and the Sphinx. The good qualities of this: generous, down to earth, warm, comforting, healthy, contented. Earth Day features the Great Pyramid in Giza, Egypt. When we look at this image, we often think of the mysterious past, ancient curses. Here we go. When we look at this image, we often think of the mysterious past, ancient curses, and magical figures. However, we forget that when the Great Pyramid was built, Egyptian society was at a zenith in art, culture, and philosophy. Its influence was far-reaching, and its ambitions reached even into the afterlife. An ancient Egyptian would not have found any mystery in this sight, more the comforting satisfaction that their society was opulent, wealthy, and stable. When representing a person, the Earth Day card indicates usually a woman who is generous, or not in this position, warm / cold, and content with her lot in life. Well, you've got a miserable old woman who's a bit bitter. Sounds like Libra in my world, anyway. She engenders a great deal of support from those around her who, like her down-to-earth manner and practical approach to caregiving. This is also a good card to get on questions of health, as it can indicate a period of healing and vitality that may have been missing for some time. Oh, so this is self. Okay. It also links to the Queen of Pentacles. So for Sagittarius, that's the third decan Sagittarius, and the first two decans Capricorn, Queen of Pentacles. So you've got a bit of a butt-headed Sagittarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Capricorn. Okay. So that's what's in your way. So there's a bit of self in there, and there's a bit of external. So this one is action to be taken. And we've got the Three of Water, or the Three of Cups. Which would be Cancer. I did a Cancer reading last night. There's a lot of Sagittarius turned up. So if you want to look at the Cancer reading I did last night, it's about the Two of Cups and the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Eight of Wands out again here. Wower. Wower. That's not wower. Oh, come on. There you go. Three of Water. So this is the action that needs to be taken. The Three of Water indicate marriage. Marriage? Don't swear at me. Feasting, merriment, celebration. The Three of Water indicates that there will be a happy gathering of people. This card may herald a wedding or success in a creative endeavor close to your heart. You can be proud of your achievements. Joy and cause of celebration are indicated. This is a time to share your good fortune with others. There is, well, when it lands, yeah. There is an overflowing abundance, which means you also have the means by which to pay for such celebrations. Don't hold back. You have worked towards this moment and can now reap the rewards of the care and work you have put in. This may be within a relationship, but it could just as well be in your career. In either situation, you have renewed faith in the power of love. Well, ain't that just pretty? That's nice. So we'll get these out, then I'll put some more tarot on top. The outcome. Four of Wands. Nice. Oh, I'm going to do this more often. Because you can get a bit fed up of doing Celtic crosses and other, it's good to chop and change your spreads around. Reward, blessing, celebration, happiness. Well, we've got very happy cards, haven't we? Here? Wow. So it's got to work on this blockage then. The Four of Fire suggests that you can reap the rewards of your achievements. The card promises a time of peace and harmony. It's a temporary calm. Before we start. It's a temporary calm before the storm. More hard work and energy will be required again soon to resolve problems and conflicts that will arise. But for the time being, a great deal of satisfaction and celebration is in order. Start the taxi. Be charming and amiable and enjoy sharing your success with others. Romance may be in the air. We've got romance and happiness and everything, apart from a ring. Okay. Let's see which tarot cards came up with that then. Oh, we've got the Page of Wands. That's about an adventure. So when you feel shored up a little bit with this, then you are ready for an adventure. And you've got the 9 of Wands. That's the wounded warrior. I think you proved your dedication and your loyalty to getting this sorted out. You haven't walked away from it. It's just you needed some help because you're trying to do it all by yourself. It's crazy, maybe. Oh. I keep slipping down a bit. So let's take some more cards on the. Getting off the bottom. So this is for the 8 of Wands. Oh, Gemini. 10 of Swords. So possibly a Gemini who's stabbed you in the back. I'm going to go and get the other book. Wait a second. Instead of just throwing the Rider-Waite-Smith definitions around willy-nilly, it's good to see what the creator of that deck actually wants to say. Ooh. Oh, tell you what. That's the first time. That's the first night that I didn't mean to go to sleep. In the lounge, I was left the window open overnight. You know that beautiful smell of fresh sunshine when you walk into a room. Oh, I'm going to have to go and get outside in a bit. Go get some sunshine. What a beautiful day. Go and sit in the park. Not going to play table tennis. Oh, don't think so. There's Muppets coming in. So, 10 of Swords. Here we go. Ruin, rock bottom, melodrama. When the 10 of Swords appears, you finally hit rock bottom. Don't tell me about it. You've let others walk all over you while you play the victim. No, I don't play the victim. I'm just communicating. It's possible that you love the backstabbing and drama too. No. I want to get out of it. It's not. If not for drama, what would you focus on? It's time to find out. Well, moving forwards, trying to find the right person to help. If you can't do it by yourself, there's got to be somebody out there to help because there's just too many things when you're fighting that many people, and because you've been searching for help for so long in so many different areas. Because if you try and lump problem, I'm just going to use my example. Problems with the police, with your landlord, with your neighbours, with your family. Nobody can do all that. Not even a legal firm will be a specialist in all those areas. So you're constantly repeating the same story, and then they say, "Oh yeah, that's really interesting." And then they say, "Oh, we can't help you." They don't call you; they send you an email and good luck elsewhere. I think 22 solicitors have sort of slammed the door in my face, having said, "Oh yeah, we'll help you." And no, we're busy. And there's a certain amount of okay. I'm asking for too much. So you go back in your little shell again. You think, okay, I'll just get over that for a couple of days and I'll do something else. And you think, no, it's wrong. And there's a legal system there to remedy it, but I've got to find the right vehicle for accessing the legal recourse. But no one will touch it. But there will be somebody, and I'll find them. I'm not giving up. So it's not the drama, and I hope it is understood that I'm sharing my experiences, so nobody has to go through what I've been through again. Because at least I'm putting help out there for anybody who might be in not all part of what I've been going through. Because I will help. If I can't help personally, I will point you to people who can, or suggest tactics to find a remedy, because it's soul destroying. Anyway, I don't want to end that on the 9 of so on the 10 of swords there. It's not a card I want to end on. So let's we've got 2. We've got the 6 of swords. That's safe passage. And then we've got the 4 of pentacles. Safe passage and protection in the Rider-Waite-Smith thing. But let's see what it says in the 6 of Water. 6 of Water. Calm, serenity, acceptance, nostalgia. Oh, it's the 6 of Cups. Not the 6 of Swords. Okay. The 6 of Water is the calm after an emotional storm. We've got the calm before the storm, and then we've got the calm after the storm. Make your mind up, sweetie. Although things might not be perfect, you learn to accept your limits. Excuse me. And find a new appreciation for those close to you and with whom you share your life. Nobody. Your thoughts may be focused on the past, and you may start to idealize the good times as you remember them. An old friend may re-enter your life. God, I hope not. And help you come to terms with what you have become. No, there's nobody I would listen to, actually, because I don't respect any of them. Bring in a fresh opportunity and new lease of life. New friendships, there we go, can also blossom at this time. Hope in the future will be renewed for you, especially if you come to terms with any failings or disappointments in the past. Well, yeah, that's what it's all about. So then the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's all about new. I wouldn't trust the old. There's no point in coming back. Oh no, it's not. It's the 4 of Swords then. It's 4 of Air. Okay. You know how confused I get. Rest, retreat, withdraw, recuperation, relief, rebuilding. That's a read. Reread. The 4 of Air offers solace and respite from a matter that has caused anguish. Something has been lost, and part of you feels as though it has died within. You need time to contemplate what has happened and where things might have gone wrong. You must rebuild your strength and reorganize your thoughts before you are ready to face the world again. Regrettably, this is less the happy retreat of a spa holiday and more the licking your wounds variety. Yet any cessation of ill feeling and conflict is welcome, and so you should take this hard-won peace. 4s often relate to homes and family life, so this could be a period of rest from arguments with your closest fellow home dwellers. If they put the knives away, yeah. If so, you could take the time to do some decluttering in doing that, and energy clearing in the home so that any residual anger stuck in the home is cleared out. I'll keep doing that. Right then. So we've got this blockage. It's mainly about this blockage, isn't it? Well, what's stopping it? So let's have a couple of cards for that then. With hindsight, I won't mix these decks again like this, but it's just very, very nice to shuffle. There must be some porn channel where people just shuffle cards. Not like that, but I bet they do. I mean, if people can sit there and wiggle their feet around and people pay money for it. Some people must get off on watching people shuffle cards. I could do it all day, and don't tell anyone that's what business I do. Have you seen it? There are channels where people literally they just take their shoes off and they put their feet up on the desk. And the whole thing is then they just talk about shit and wiggle their feet around and pick lint out their toe. It's I don't even bother doing reading. Just sit and shuffle cards and go, oh, spatula, chase me around, and call me names. It takes all sorts, doesn't it? Let's have those. That was a really good shuffle. I can't take this seriously. So we've got Fire Dawn. Ooh, got a bit of a dragon thing there. Fire Dawn and Capricorn. Oh, rhyming. God, you know things are going down the swanny when things start rhyming. So there might be a Capricorn in there. So Fire Dawn. So this is part of the blockage. Active, playful, imaginative, inspired, creative folly. So it's the Page of Wands. Fire Dawn can represent an active and boisterous youth with a female imagination. I didn't mean female, it says fertile. I just changed my glasses when I went in there. This card represents the urge to explore and play, to follow your dreams and look for new experiences and adventures. At this time, you may be looking to avoid the responsibility that comes with maturity. When this card appears, it may represent a person, young or old, whose behaviour is eternally youthful. Today, it may also represent your own need to break from stifling habits and responsibilities and develop those creative qualities within yourself. The dragon represents fortune. And in this case, it shines on those brave enough to step out of the shadows and into the light. So maybe you're not brave enough, you've got no shadows, or you dealt with the shadows, and you can't find the light. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just here with a book. But that would be the encouragement, wouldn't it? Just thought those mattered out. And then we've got Capricorn. Who is this Capricorn who keeps turning up and reading? It's a Capri goat, isn't it? It's like surf and turf, isn't it? Dinner-wise. I love roast goat and I love seafood, so that looks tasty to me. Fire up the fire pit. Right. Realistic, wise, ambitious, pragmatic, cynical, success, new direction. Capricorn is a realistic, practical, and hardworking sign, the most ambitious character in the zodiac. Okay. The astrological for Capricorn is the goat, sometimes depicted as a mythical sea goat. The goat represents a patient determination to scale great heights and reach the pinnacle in all endeavors. If you have lofty goals, this card, I must go out a lot. The card says that you also have the intelligence and diligence to achieve them. An earth sign, Capricorn, is pragmatic and stoical, firmly rooted in the tangible world, and only trusts in what they can see, touch, and build. Responsible, structure-loving Saturn is this sign's ruling planet, which gives them a realistic, if slightly cynical outlook on life. Expect to work very hard to achieve success and respect others who have set a good example before you. This isn't the card of chances or frivolous people who are hoping to find the next get rich quick scheme. It is a card that tells you to do the work and you will be rewarded. Okay. So those are hints there for clearing this blockage. So we'll just get one here. I don't want this to go on too long. Oh God, it's already gone on. It's already gone on for an hour. That was not my intention. Let's just take. Oh, nice one. What action is to be taken? The star. Follow your dreams. The star comes up. The star comes after the tower. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. The King of Pentacles. Nice one. And then we've got the Nine of Swords. Nice and nice. Let's just read up what the Nine of Swords. The other two are quite obvious. Let's see what that Nine of Swords is all about then. Because we've the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords from this. Dark visions and anguish, yeah. So what are we going to do about that? Yeah, do you need help with? An extremely dark card. The Nine of Swords reveals the deepest shadows of the self. It indicates insomnia, nightmares. I forgot the value. And worries in the midnight hour. Often these states are accompanied with guilt, no, despair, yeah, sometimes, or even depression. Yeah, hello. You'll be battling with yourself, so turn to others for value, for help, find joy, and reach out. Well, I don't want to end on that, so we'll have another one. The Seven of Wands. Good old fire signs. I love fire signs. Struggle with them. You know where you are with. If you're a fire sign, you know where you are with another fire sign, don't you? I mean, it sort of stands to reason. Yeah, I think people should actually have it tattooed on an eyebrow or something like that. What their birth sign is. At least you know what you're dealing with. See, you don't have to ask them, and people can't lie to you. So you think, oh shit, there's a Scorpio over that. Oh, I'm going that way. just I can only link into my experiences. I'm not my current experience. I really like Scorpios. Always have done. I think they're very funny. They're very dark, and they feel a lot. But this one's a piece of work. So the Seven of Wands, you will be marking out boundaries, big time, especially with the Star card after the Tower. Definitely. So I just wanted to end that on a positive note after Nine of Swords, which is Monday. The Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups are probably my least favourite cards. Well, I'm not going to end on that. So here, this is the outcome. The outcome is the Four of Wands, which is a very, very positive card for an outcome. And the Page of Wands, another really positive outcome. And I think this is more about your. Well, actually, the Seven of Wands comes in with a Nine of Wands. You will have much firmer boundaries in place because you've been taken for a ride. And that this really is your kindness being taken for a weakness. That is all the lessons you've learned from that. Because by hanging on too long in a situation where you didn't realise people were taking the piss, you knew that they were, but not to the extent that they were. It actually shows that once you've given your word, it shows that you're honest, you're true, and once you've signed up to something, you will see it through. This is kind of a dedication and loyalty, and that is Sagittarius all over, as far as I'm concerned. Don't go changing you. Don't diminish that strength and that love and the commitment that you offer. Just find the right people to give it to. That's the problem. That's been the problem here. It's been the other people, not you, and not your ideals or your love or anything like that. Don't be changing you. Change the things around you. Let's just take that one. Saturn. Well, we just had Capricorn there, haven't we? And so this is the end. Wisdom, challenge, maturity, trust, diligence, teaching, restraint. Saturn can evoke a sense of dread in some people. They hear that the Saturn return, which happens roughly at the ages of 29 and 58, are uncomfortable experiences. And so they avoid the thought of this wise teacher planet. Old-fashioned astrologers even call it the great malefic, or malefic. Well, this is a card for the great benefic, isn't it? Don't worry, Saturn is nothing to be afraid of. He teaches us to grow up and show maturity. We must eat at least some greens if we are to enjoy good health, and we must save for the future alongside enjoying spending in the present. If we are reckless and indeed feckless, that's a great word, then certainly Saturn will give us a wake-up call. But most of us know how to learn from our mistakes. This is what we just said, yeah. The appearance of this card is a strong indication that you should check whether you are behaving wisely in all areas of your life. There you go. So that's that. I won't be doing a double thing again. I didn't. I'll probably just do. It's interesting to do different spreads, but I won't be doubling the cards. I'll separate those in a second because in a moment. This is the Jupiterian spread. I'm going to do a Saturn spread in a moment, but I'll split them up and then I'll just do some tarot on top of it. In true Jupiter style, I thought my thinking was too big. Okay. Anyway, I hope this has helped.